The following is a Today's THV special presentation.
Now to a man who changes his own oil, does many other things, apparently does his own medical work in his eye, whatever you're doing out there. Haunted house, we assume, Ed Buckner.
Pretty scary there, Ed.
You think so? Put anything on me and that would be called scary. I'm Ed the Buccaneer, I think.
Oh, no.
I got a real story that's going to hook you in just a few minutes, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. We are at the Haunt in Jacksonville. This is the old Parks and Recreation Department building off of Martin Street. I'm standing in a graveyard right now. You can also see my full duds. I want to show you this real quick here. See this? I got a sword here, so I'm really prepared, but I can't see with only one eye, so let me do this. We are having a good time out here tonight. We have a lot of surprises for you that we will show you in just a few minutes as we go into this haunted house. First, I want to show you what the weather's going to do. Here, that looks real good. Got a patch on my forehead. A few clouds, patchy fog developing later in the day, later in the night, that is, and a low of 48 degrees, winds out of the south at 5 to 10. So all in all, not as cold as it has been for the past couple of evenings. I'll have more of your forecast coming up in a few minutes. Plus, trust me, you never know what you're going to find in this haunted house. We'll have much more in a few minutes. Back to you.
Entertaining so far. Thanks, Ed.
Ed and Chuck's Travelin Weather Tour is brought to you by Sonic, by Odom's Manufactured Housing, by Harvest Foods, and by Baptist Memorial Medical Center. Named Best Newscast by the Associated Press, you're watching today's THV at 5 with Ann Jensen, Larry Otis, and meteorologist Ed Buckner.
Ed, we heard something howling in the background when you were on a couple of minutes ago. Was that Chuck or something, perhaps, or what was that?
I have not seen Chuck Dovish. Maybe he's waiting for the dessert at the buffet line somewhere. I don't know. There's all kinds of sounds coming out of that building, though. You're absolutely right. Just standing in the graveyard makes me scared because you never know what's behind the doors, but we'll take you behind the doors in just a few minutes. First of all, I want to tell you about something I did earlier today. I stopped by Jacksonville Middle School, talked to about 100 sixth graders there. We had a really nice time, as we always do. I love talking to the kids, and each stop I make, the kids always ask a different question. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll let you hear about one of the kids' questions about the weather tour and about the weather, and we talked about El Nino and tornadoes and all kinds of good weather stuff. The kids are really, really educated these days and know exactly what's going on with the weather. Like this, here is your forecast. Now, as we look around the nation, I can tell you right now, mostly clear skies over Arkansas. There are a few clouds and showers off the coast of Texas, more in the Intermountain West as another cold front heads this way. A little bit of snow up on the North Dakota and Canadian border. Around the state right now, 62 in Fayetteville, 64 El Dorado and Little Rock, 59 the cool reading, and that is coming in from Hot Springs. Almanac numbers, we did make it into the middle 60s today. 64 was our official high in North Little Rock, 65 degrees at today's THV. And the morning lows were in the middle to upper 30s. Right now, 64 outside with 65% the relative humidity. The barometer falling at 30.09, wind out of the southeast at 8 miles an hour. Tonight, patchy fog developing late, a few clouds, but for the most part, fair skies in the low of 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, warmer with a high of 72. That's going to feel really nice. And in the extended outlook, we're still looking at that rain situation on Friday. Right now, it's kind of iffy. I think the best chance will be in the morning, and then we should taper off late in the evening, and most of that storm system will be out of here over the weekend. Temperatures dropping back down, well below seasonal values in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Okay, now that I got your forecast in, you ready to follow me in here, guys? I'm going to need y'all to help me. I'm a little scared about this. I better take my saber with me. Okay, can I come in?
Well, be careful, Ed.
Okay, let's
You don't
see.
know what may be in there.
This is really scary.
Do you have your hook with you?
Yeah, well, no, I don't have my hook. I got my saber, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here I go. Are you alive? Ah! That's a live person. Okay.
Oh, he saw Chuck.
Let's see. I'm going through the vast depths of the hallway of terror right now. There's people trying to scare me. Do you hear all that?
We hear it.
My goodness.
Oh, you survived?
What are you looking for, Ed?
Please.
What's in your back pocket there, Ed?
What's that?
What's in your back pocket?
Oh, that was something that came out that wasn't supposed to come out.
Oh.
Oh, are you alive? Goodness gracious. I don't know what that was, but it looked dead. You can see the hallways are very narrow. I hear moaning over here. What do you have to say? Not much. How about you? People are really just dying to come into here.
Or get out.
Oh, look at this. It's Batman. You're not supposed to be here. You're not very scary.
Hello, I'm Batman.
You know, when did Batman have a mustache, huh?
Batman has a mustache and a little bit of custard pudding looks like trailing from it. What are you doing here, Chuck?
You know the way to Gotham City? I took a wrong turn in the Batmobile.
Look at this. Like steel, huh?
Hey, I worked on it.
Yeah, I bet you did. Batman's here. You can tell it's a really scary atmosphere. This is really cool. They have outdone themselves working on this haunted house. And here is the butcher shop. What's wrong?
Oh.
Can you lend me a hand? This is what it's all about, the ridiculous ritual we call Halloween. Can I get a lamb pork chop, please? We're having a good time out here. Chuck Dovish is with me. He's going to help out in the butcher shop. He's fighting crime, as you can see. We'll have much more coming up when we return. You guys stay with us.
Kind of painful, huh? Thanks, guys.
Ed, you better get out of there and do it fast. We'll check up and see if he makes it out or not. Wow.
Do we dare go back to Jacksonville tonight, where Ed and Chuck are somewhere standing by, guys?
Oh, no.
I've been working on that. We are deep within the haunt here in Jacksonville. We're in the cave. Is it the Bat Cave, you think?
Seems so.
Listen to this guy over here. We'll talk about how he got into that suit. That's what I want to know here in just a minute. We want to thank our sponsors who have made the Travelin Weather Tour such a success, especially Baptist Medical Center. They are outside here with their mobile medical unit giving free blood pressure screenings. And from the way it sounds around here, some people are going to need a little bit of blood pressure work. Also want to thank Sonic and Surefine and Affiliated Foods for providing the hot chocolate again tonight. We have had a wonderful time. Let me show you the next 7 days, show you there is a slight chance of rain on Halloween on Friday, but I think right now it looks like it's going to occur more likely the first half of the day. We will work on that forecast for all of you trick-or-treaters out there. Then we see some cooler weather later on in the week. So Batman, where'd Robin go?
Well, I'll have my the rest of Batman's crew, Robin, Holy caskets, Edwin.
More at 6 o'clock.
Halloween is just around the corner, and Ed, it's the time when all the little ghosts and goblins out there want to make sure that they have the right costumes as far as the weather goes. If it's going to be warm enough, if it's going to rain on them.
I think I've got the right costume on, a sweater. It's a little on the, it's not very scary. But
No, it's not.
A little on the chilly side out here. Most of the little goblins are pretty dressed up. We'll try to show you them here in just a moment. When we talk about Jacksonville, which is where we are tonight on our weather tour, a lot of people think of course, the Air Force Base. After all, it is the largest employer in the city, and it was built back in the 1950s. But there's some other history that you may not be aware of. Now, I want to show you something right here. This is the oldest oak tree in central Arkansas. That is right, old. We're talking very, very old. It is located at the Bayou Mita Cemetery in downtown Jacksonville. Now, the tree started growing somewhere between 1720 and 1735. That's a long time ago. Also, this Battle of Reed's Bridge, this was a Civil War battle that occurred in, I think, 1863 as troops tried to make their way to Little Rock, but the Confederate forces battled them back. So a little bit of history that you may or may not have known about the Jacksonville area. Now it's time for our special guest, our guest weathercaster. This is Jeanette Allen. Now, Jeanette, you are in the 6th grade where?
At Jacksonville Middle School.
Jacksonville Middle School, where I spoke to earlier today. Did you learn anything from my talk?
Yes, I did.
What'd you learn?
I learned that a meteorologist is someone who observes the atmosphere.
And we said, can anyone be a meteorologist then?
Yes.
If you go outside and say it's dark outside, I guess you're observing the atmosphere, right? Take a look down here at this TV screen and tell me what you can see.
It's cloudy over Washington, to the east of Washington, up in those states, and down in Louisiana and Florida, around in there, it's cloudy down there too.
But Arkansas looks pretty good, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, how
Pretty clear.
about some temperatures?
In Fayetteville, it's 58. In Fort Smith, it's 62. Hot Springs, 59.
Looks like 61 in Hope and Texarkana. Also in Little Rock, right?
Little Rock, 61. Pine Bluff, 63.
El Dorado also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take a look at the almanac numbers for today.
In Little Rock, the high is 64. The low is 36. In North Little Rock, the high is 64 and the low is 39. THV, the high is 65 and the low is 38.
We were hot today. We were the hottest place. Right now outside.
61 degrees. Humidity is 72 degrees. Barometer is 30.09.
And the wind out of the south, that's an S, at 12. Doesn't feel too bad out here right now. Tonight's forecast, there you go. What's the low going to be?
The low is going to be 48.
Not too bad, not too bad. Nowhere near a freeze. And tomorrow?
The high for tomorrow will be 72.
A lot warmer than today. Now take a look at this extended outlook. Tell me about Halloween. A lot of people want to know if it's going to rain on Friday. Well, tell me, Jeanette, is it?
On Friday, let's see, on Friday.
Friday's the second one over there. That's
71 and 54.
Looks like it's going to rain. Now, since you were my guest weathercaster, guess what you get to do? You get to go through that haunted house. You ready?
Okay.
Go on. We'll catch up with you in just a few minutes. Don't worry. Be brave. I did it. Sorta. I went halfway and came out the other way. Another special guest I want to introduce you to is Sandra Painter. Sandra helped organize this. Tell me how long this took. It looked like a huge undertaking in there.
It took every bit of 6 days.
6 days, and talking all day.
Yes, all day, all night.
How many people do you have help you with that?
We had anywhere between 4 and 15, probably.
Well, I got to say, you guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Looks great in here at Jacksonville at the Haunt. We will have much more. We'll check in with Batman and see if he's fighting crime or something when we return.
Today's THV is sponsored by Wendy's Restaurants, by Mercantile Bank, by your Arkansas Super Chevy dealers, and by Hankey Brothers. Ed and Chuck's Travelin Weather Tour is brought to you by Sonic, by Odom's Manufactured Housing, by Harvest Foods, and by Baptist Memorial Medical Center.
We are back deep into the Haunt. We are in the dungeon right now, and you can take a look. It looks like these guys have had a hard day, right? Or a hard life. Well, they're enjoying their afterlife here in the dungeon of the Haunt. Also, Batman with me. We'll talk to him in just a moment. Earlier today, I mentioned I was at Jacksonville Middle School. They had some really, really good questions, but I have never, ever heard a question like this before.
Is everybody else at the station jealous about you being one to come out and do all this?
There are a couple of people at the station that are very jealous of me, especially Larry Otis, because I get to go out on the road, meet you wonderful kids, and get to eat a lot with Chuck Dovish, and Larry just never gets any food. So what should we all say to Larry? Get over it? Okay, Larry. They wanted to know who was jealous. I guess we told them, huh? Chuck here, you talking about food. You got something good, don't you?
That's right. One of the favorite eating places in Jacksonville isn't really a restaurant at all. It's a meat market, but it's much more than a meat market. It's also a deli, but it's much more than a deli. It's Floyd's Meat and Seafood Experience.
Floyd's Meat Market in Jacksonville is a lot more than just meat. First of all, it's a great deli.
Yeah, we get our lunch crowd in here. We run a special gourmet sandwich, 12-ounce canned drink, small bag of chips, any sandwich in the house.
For how much?
$3.59.
Not bad.
Not bad. All righty. Ta-da! How's that?
Floyd's daughter Lisa takes care of the seafood end of the business.
The fish craze hit in the mid-'80s. That's when everyone started going crazy for seafood. So we started adding and adding and adding, and now we've got over 40 varieties of finfish and shellfish, and all kinds of specialty items that you can't get anywhere else.
For example, there's swordfish, monkfish fillet, alligator meat, frog legs, rabbit, bobwhite quail, Alaskan king crab legs, and gator sausage, just to name a few.
We jokingly kid with the folks that come in here looking for things that they couldn't find who are from Louisiana, and we call them homesick Cajuns. And they come, they'll call us on the phone, and here they come. You mean you got alligator? Yeah, we got alligator.
Lisa even has a seafood cookbook.
And the nice thing about my seafood book is that it's made for people that don't really know very much about seafood.
Now, Ed, we have a little tidbit here from Floyd's I want you to try. This is a little...
It's not alligator, is it?
It's a little sausage here.
Alligator
I love sausage. I love sausage. Can I have another one?
You know
And
what
you
that
want
is?
me to get over it, right, Ed, while you're...
It is gator sausage.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We're getting over it. Time to wrap up the weather tour, guys.
Indeed, we've had a good time, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, an excellent time. I want to thank Gala's Costume Shop in Benton for all the really neat outfits. And where we're going to go tomorrow? How about the break room at the station?
I think we should. Let's go. Excuse us. What's going on back here?
Somebody help me!
They've completely lost
This
it.
again. We're going to spare you that and say goodnight.
See you at 10.
As I said, we're wrapping up the tour tonight. It's been a blast. We've met a lot of great people. Today we were in Jacksonville, and since Halloween is just 2 days away, we couldn't resist checking out one of the local haunts. Now, the best way to approach haunted houses is to go with a team, so you won't be scared. Your name, sir?
Todd.
Your name?
Michael.
Your name?
Todd.
Hey, it's a Todd sandwich. Are you ready? Let's go. After you. I'm after you. I'm following you guys. Whoa! I can't see anything. Good thing they're... Oh! Whoa! He's just monkeying around. It's okay. It's okay. Hey. Tell him to go back to sleep.
I'm scared.
Oh, a long hallway. What's down here?
I don't know.
They're squirting stuff. We're in the dungeon. What do you think about the dungeon?
I think I like it a little bit.
You like it?
A little bit.
A little bit. We like it a little bit. Where to? Where to? We're almost done. Hey guys, come here. I want to talk to y'all. Here he comes.
Oh boy.
Now I was doing good until the chainsaw came out. That got me.
You scared those kids to death,
couldn't tell what
man.
was
Shame
worse.
on
Me?
you.
I felt so
that
bad.
poor little boy's face in the front, or your face after having brought them in there.
I was sad, you know, but I was their age once. I remember it was scary.
They were brave now that it's over.
They did a good job out there. It was a lot of fun.
That was cool. Well,